finally Friday. We made it. What a week this has been. Nevertheless, before we get into that, you are watching Smile the Coffee with Diana Master and Glenora Shipura. And we couldn't be more excited to be bringing you an interesting, I don't want to call it a gossip talk show, but it's just like a light-hearted news-ish program.
Yeah.
Today, Friday the 13th, which also happens to be Arbor Day.
Which means you must plant a tree, I think. Yes, I think so. We need to give back to nature. So, yeah, I'm going to plant a tree today.
Are you? What kind
Yes.
of tree are you going to plant?
I'm just going to go to look at things and see the ones that maybe need saving. I don't know.
Oh, sweet, sweet Glenn. I'll be looking forward to whatever tree it is that you plant.
Yes.
Maybe plant like a, I don't know, like a lemon tree.
I was thinking the same, or a guava tree.
A guava tree, that's very odd.
Yeah,
Oddly specific.
I know. Because at the farm we have a lemon tree. So I'm trying to see like what else can we add.
Maybe you should like have an orchid.
Ah, that's so cool. That's so cool.
But nevertheless, after the break, we will be bringing you some entertaining news. Trust me when I say you don't want to miss this.
Trees are a glorious part of the planet that make the world a much better place. A vital part of the ecosystem, National Arbor Day is here to celebrate the amazing beauty and usefulness of trees. This year, the city of Windhoek and FNB Namibia are celebrating this special day with the rest of the country on 13 October. This day remains an important part of conservation efforts and the work to help promote a healthy environment. To celebrate together, why not plant a tree yourself and do something beautiful for your home, community, and country? Remember, trees are the best way to support the health of our earth.
It's Friday the 13th, which means we should also be bringing you some spooky-ish stories. I mean, we're getting closer to Halloween. So a man sells his mother's ashes for 560 Rand on Facebook Marketplace. Who would have ever thought that selling a person's ashes would be a good idea? This was discovered by TikTok user Mark at Epic Confections when he came across a Facebook Marketplace ad. He took to the popular video app to share his bizarre finding. The ad stated, "My mom's 2-ounce of ash and bone per vial. $30 plus shipping from Alabama. Includes a copy of the cremation certificate. Edit. Backstory is sold separately for $5. I'm not revealing the trauma for free." The ad included images of the small vials filled with ashes. While the fact that there's a person selling his mother's ashes is strange, Mark was more interested in what the backstory was. The man named Chris Brown told Mark during an interview that he did not have a very good relationship with his mother. It involved emotional and physical abuse. He added that her presence, the ashes, made him feel uneasy. Not knowing what to do with the ashes, he eventually decided to sell them. I just kind of made a post on Facebook to see how it would go, and it just blew up. So after that, he made that disclaimer, "Hey, so I guess I need to post a disclaimer about my mom's ashes, LOL. I am not responsible for hauntings and will not be refunding LMFAO." Thus far, reports include a weird energy, cabinets opening and closing, and strange smells including cat litter and cigarette smoke. I don't see her being an evil spirit. She probably just a little mad that she's being sold. Yes, I still have some for sale. Good luck. And then he also made another post. That one, mom's ashes for sale. So now he's making them into necklaces and pendants.
Last chance, that's what I like.
Last chance, mom's ashes.
And
yeah,
I don't relieve trauma for free. He keeps on emphasizing
he's like,
that.
listen, if you want the backstory, pay $5, I'll give you the backstory.
Yeah, I actually want to pay $5 to find out.
hear the
yes,
backstory,
I'm
yeah.
intrigued. I'm very intrigued.
Because it takes a lot for you to sell your mother's ashes, right? Because, okay, I assume the crematorium told him, like, listen, bro, you're her next of kin. You need to get
take
these
this. And I don't
ashes.
want them. Like, no,
you have to. You're the next of kin. So it's like, okay, cool. And then he took them, and I was like, okay, so what am I going to do with this? It's the fact that
It's
people
like, I can't
are
sell it.
actually buying
That's what I
these
wanted to
ashes.
actually say. Like, people are buying this.
Like, honestly, for me, that is... I am at a loss for words. It's the fact that people are claiming that. It's like, I'm not going to be refunding you. You're buying these ashes at your own risk.
And also the fact that hurry up before
Last chance.
last chance
chance to
yeah,
get
before.
mom's ashes. So you can catch the... But I'm pretty sure he's out of the ashes, and I think they're done.
Yeah, he's probably sold out. Well, moving on to some more bizarre stories, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a woman is horrified after a man called her disrespectful when she didn't clean up after he wet the bed. An anonymous woman called into Australian radio station Triple J to explain her dating disaster, which marked the end of their budding relationship. She told the Hookup podcast hosts D. Salim and Pipe Rasmussen how the mystery man ruined his chances just a couple of weeks in. The caller explained, a guy that I was sleeping with only for a couple of weeks pissed in my bed one night when I was there. But it wasn't the stinky bedsheets that caused her to kick her love interest to the curb. It was the fact he just left them. She explained that he didn't clean up after himself and expected that she would sort out the mess for him. But the final nail in the coffin was when the doomed couple met up for a coffee to discuss the wetting the bed debacle. Now, after spending the whole day cleaning up the PC sheets, the least this woman deserved was a hot beverage bought for by him. Yet it seems this fellow has more front than Blackpool, as he let her fork out for her own coffee and didn't even say sorry for his nighttime accident. She then claimed that the man was bizarrely under the impression that the pair would continue sleeping together. He didn't take the news of the demise of their casual relationship well either. The woman explained, when I kind of tried to let him go and say that it was a bit disrespectful that I had to clean up after him, he told me that I was disrespectful. The woman then went on to explain he was annoyed that she had texted him rather than called to discuss their breakup, labeling her as disrespectful. What? There's so many levels to that.
My brain is glitching. It's doing a thing. I don't understand. First of all, you're a grown man that is wetting the bed, right? Okay, sure, accidents happen, whatever.
Really?
But
Do they though?
like I honestly, okay, we'll just give him benefit of the doubt. Like, you know, sometimes you're really pressed and you have that dream that you're sitting on the toilet
And then it goes.
It's fine.
Yeah, and then it happens.
We will kind of say, okay, fine, whatever, that happened. But I would assume as a grown man, you're embarrassed by what happened. So obviously the first thing you're going to do
I think when I
is
wake
remove
up,
them.
exactly. Wait, I'm going to wash these. That's the decent thing to do.
Yes, and you know what makes me mad is, right, as women, how many times have you had a period accident when you go to bed, right? So now there was a debate going on online where it wasn't really a debate, but it was this guy that posted that, you know, his girlfriend spoiled the bed. But she didn't notice. So what he just did was, so she woke up, went to the bathroom. By the time she came back, he had changed the sheets and everything. He didn't even tell her that she had an
my
accident.
heart.
Right?
That is so sweet.
But now people were saying, ew, why were you cleaning it up for her? She needs to do it herself and all of that. So this whole scenario, right, even you as a woman, the many times that you, okay, maybe the few times you have a period accident.
You
when
obviously,
sleep.
yes.
When you wake up, the first thing you're going to do is already clean up. You're not going to wait so that people can see it or whatever. So I would assume that you're embarrassed that you wet the bed.
For me, it seems like he took it very casually. It was like the most normal thing.
He probably does this like on a regular.
So you guys don't pee in the bed?
Like that.
Like
it's just this is normal as
Like,
breathing.
I
Yeah, I
just
think
peed in the-
he does it every day. So for him, it's like, listen, if you want to
Oh, my
marry
word.
me, if you want to be a part of my life, this is going to be
I can't believe
a
she even met up
reoccurring-
for coffee after that. It's so disgusting.
It is
Just,
very
ugh,
disgusting.
ugh.
Now, closing off our top stories, Mr. Teen Zimbabwe allegedly dethroned over 500 Rand debt. In a surprising turn of events, Mr. Teen Zimbabwe 2023 Abel Mugari was reportedly dethroned over an alleged mere $30 debt. The decision made by the organizers of Mr. Teen Zimbabwe has left many buzzing with questions. The announcement of Mugari's dethronement has sent shockwaves through social media. In a statement seen by Earground, the organizers of Mr. Teen Zimbabwe announced that they had stripped Mugari of his title. They vaguely mentioned that they found his behavior unacceptable. After he was controversially dethroned, he was immediately replaced by Mr. Teen Zimbabwe 2022, David Takavarasha. Following his abrupt dethronement, Mugari expressed his disappointment and sadness about the decision. So, this is what happened. He claims that participants were expected to attend a boot camp, which came with a fee of $40. However, due to logistical challenges, he failed to attend the camp. Mugari only made it to Bulawayo on the day of the Mr. Teen Zimbabwe event, where he was crowned the winner. Mugari explained that the event organizers insisted on full payment of $40 for the boot camp despite his inability to attend. He managed to pay $10 and assured the organizers that he would discuss the balance payment with his parents. Upon learning of the situation, his parents felt it was unjust to demand full payment for a camp he didn't participate in. However, they were prepared to pay 50% of the fee. Unfortunately, the Mr. Teen's organizers refused this offer and quickly dethroned him. They also reportedly demanded the return of his sash and shield.
What?
Bro.
What?
You know, this actually breaks my heart.
Yes, exactly. Like, I feel like he's being exploited.
Not even just that, the fact that he clearly can't afford to go for this boot camp. So he made the active decision, listen, I'm not going to attend because I can't afford it. How many children have we seen? Like, you know, with parents, it breaks parents' heart. When your child comes to you and says, Mom, I want to dress for matric farewell. Oh, no, I can't afford it. And you know that their peers are doing all of this. So obviously, his parents, I'm pretty sure they wanted him to go for the boot camp. But due to financial constraints, he couldn't. Sure, it probably broke their heart that he couldn't go.
Yes.
And it probably hurt him more that he couldn't go. But he came to, you know, to that decision is like, okay, you know what, it's fine as long as I still get to compete in the pageant. So I honestly feel like it's very unfair. And you as the organizers, you're having this event. Aren't you supposed to be paying for these things?
Exactly. So are these events created so you can make a big buck out of this?
Like,
because that's what it feels like. He said, I'm not able to attend because I don't have the money. He paid a $10 up front. And then the parents were even willing to pay like 50% of it.
But the thing is,
like,
you know, they could have literally paid up the balance over time. Like this month at 10, this next month at 10.
Yeah.
That's just ridiculous.
It's just wrong.
Let us know in the comments what you think of some of the stories we've brought you on this show. Let us know of the most bizarre. I think it has to be the ashes. But nevertheless, the NUST graduation takes place today. You can catch the live stream on the Namibia University of Science and Technology's social media platforms. But yesterday, Aina had a sit down with two representatives from NUST to talk about the second graduation of the year taking place at the Mercure Hotel. We'll get into that right after this.
There's music galore at the VRS Sports Fields come December when Vocal Cars Production brings you SA's Mikasa along with top Namibian artists Paige, Jared G and DJ Malza on December 2nd. If jazz is more your style, don't miss the smooth sounds of Fujazz, Casey, Letitia, Don Vino, Judith Safuma and Major Sevenths on the 3rd. You can enjoy each event individually or you can easily make a weekend of it too. Get your tickets online via eticket.my.na or at the NMH offices in General Muhammad Murtala Avenue, Eros. Brought to you in conjunction with Republicane, Exhibition and Events Warehouse, Yango, DB Audio and the Windhoek Country Club and Resort. See you there!
Graduation season is upon us, and today on Smell the Coffee, we will be chatting all things graduation. We are in conversation with Ms. Nerine Hoibes, the Acting Assistant Registrar for Examinations, Certifications and Timetabling, as well as Ms. Selma Helo. She is the Assistant Registrar for Academic Registration. Thank you very much for joining us on Smell the Coffee. It's a pleasure to have you here today. How are you all doing?
Thank you, and we are very pleased to be here.
Awesome. Ms. Selma, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Thank
All
you
right.
for having us.
Let's talk all things graduation. I love graduation. I just feel it's such a good time to celebrate hard work, you know, to celebrate talent, to celebrate this big academic milestone in, you know, the student's life. But what does graduation mean at an institution level?
Thank you very much. Graduation is the highlight of any academic institution. And as you have rightfully said, it's the biggest milestone that the student has achieved. And it's not a celebration only for the students, but also for the parents, the family, the community where the student is coming from, and for the university also. So it's a big thing.
Oh, I graduated twice, and to this day, I replay those memories in my mind every day. Such a good time. NUST graduation is around the corner. Tell us about that. When is it taking place, and how many students are expected to be at the ceremony?
Okay, the graduation is scheduled to take place tomorrow morning, starting at 8 o'clock. And the venue will be what we used to call Safari Hotel.
Yeah.
I think it has a new name now, Mercure, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, Mercure Hotel. So just remember that this is the second graduation of the year.
Okay.
We already had the big one. Our main graduation takes place in April
Okay.
every year, where we even have 2 days of ceremonies. So at that time, we graduated more than 2,000 students.
Okay.
So this is the second one, which is normally not bigger than like the one in April. But this time around, we are conferring degrees upon 819 students or graduates, where we have 435 male and 384 female students. And amongst, again, that 819, we have 42 international students.
Wow.
And then we have 2 students graduating from prison. These are inmates.
Wow.
So they've been studying while they are in prison. So that is also a highlight for us. One is receiving a Bachelor of Transport Management, and the other one is receiving the Bachelor of Logistics and Supply Chain Management. And then the institution has 4 faculties. So we have Faculty of Commerce, Human Sciences and Education, where we will have 431 students coming from that faculty graduating. And then we have Faculty of Computing and Informatics. We have 191 graduates or graduates now, but we have 1 PhD candidate coming from that faculty.
wow.
Yes, so it's an achievement also in itself. And then Faculty of Engineering and Built Environment, we have 131 graduates. And then Faculty of Health, Natural Resources and Applied Sciences will give us 66 graduates.
Wow. You know, when you said you are conferring upon, it just reminded me of the time where, you know, I walked on stage and then I went to go kneel beside the Chancellor, and then the presenter was like, Master Chancellor said,
Yes.
allow me to confer upon. You know, it's bringing up good memories. All right, you've mentioned, you know, that NUST had already had a graduation previously, and you have 2 graduation ceremonies a year. So what then makes this particular graduation special, this one for tomorrow, and what is NUST doing different or special for this year's cohort?
Yes, this one is very special because first of all, in the history of NUST, as the university, not the polytechnic, but NUST as a university, we are going to confer a honorary award to a very prominent individual of the country, who is not only an inspiration but really a role model to many youth, not only in the country, in Namibia, but in the world. So this is something special, a celebration of a individual, which we are looking forward to. But for our students also, you know, like you have just recited on your moment, it is a moment that they are waiting for 3 years. For some of them more than 3 years. This time around, we have decided to take the celebration to the Mercure, the former Safari Hotel, because during the COVID years, we had the graduation online. We didn't see the students; they couldn't celebrate with their families. And then, as a transition from the COVID era, we were hosting the celebrations on campus in the large tents, just to make room for the social distancing and so forth. But now we are taking it back to the hotel. And we, as much as the students are looking forward to, we are also looking forward to, because it will be very glamorous and very auspicious.
And you know, when it happens at the hotel elsewhere, but not on campus, it's also very, very exciting, because you know, on campus, like, I'm there every day. It's not really that nice. But when it's at the hotel, everyone is gonna go all out. People are so excited. Okay, what are the words that you would tell a young man or woman who has just graduated and they are going out into the world to go and look for employment?
The world is your oyster. And now that you have been equipped with a qualification that you can take anywhere in the world, basically, it is up to you. What are you doing with this qualification? Are you just going to hang it on the wall, or are you going to make it work for you? Yeah, and what our students or our young people, the youth, has to understand or take into mind is that a qualification is opening the doors for you, but you need to be innovative, because many a times students are complaining, or people are saying, and we are aware that the high unemployment rate in the country, people have qualifications but they cannot find jobs. But what do you do for yourself? You have to be innovative, come up with projects, even if it is not in your direct field of study. Just start with something, be creative with your life. Yes.
Okay. That is advice to those that are currently looking for employment, those that have graduated. What then would you say to those that are in school currently now, looking at others graduate, being cognizant of the fact that, you know, there is high unemployment rate? Can they also be innovative while they are, you know, still pursuing their studies, or what should they do to not be demoralized?
Yes, and I just was about to add to what Nerine said, because I wanted to focus on those that are continuing with education. And basically, they are making the best choice to continue, because today the world is a competition, and you need to remain relevant. You need to keep advancing your skills. You need to keep studying. And we are talking about the world of technology today. So if you sit back and say, I'm just going to the world of employment or world of work, then you are not keeping up with the pace of how things are moving forward. So continuing educating yourself is like you're advancing your knowledge, and you are also advancing your chances of getting better employment. And then if you are even to create employment yourself, you will be more equipped, well equipped, so that whatever you start to develop will be, you can take it to the world of competition, and then you will win.
Okay. I love that you spoke about, you know, equipping the students, you know, with not only academic knowledge, but also maybe sometimes, you know, practical knowledge, which is what NUST does, I understand. So then what makes NUST an institution of choice? Why should, you know, I go pursue my PhD at NUST?
Yeah, NAST is the obvious choice because we are also priding ourselves that our international students are growing, and when we are attracting international students, then it means that we are offering specialized programs, programs that you might not find in the region. If I can mention some of them, Bachelor of Architecture, you only find it in Namibia at NAST, and in South Africa in the SADC region, in the southern region. Yeah.
And with that, lovelies, we have come to the end of today's episode of Smell the Coffee. We thank you so much for joining us. Now we are about to go and enjoy the weekend. It is officially upon us. From Diana Master and Glenn Rashipura, it's all our love, all our light, and
Adios.